this is very important to understand. In Iraq, the US military had learned from Vietnam, where, you know, it was the first time that wars were actually broadcast on television. People were like, what the fuck is going on? Why are you killing so many people? You know, you slowly had a protest movement building up. It was at least the first major one in the US. You know, in Iraq, what they did is they embedded reporters with the units. So you would bring in someone from CNN, and you know, you're going to sleep, eat, and shit with the same soldiers that are committing war crimes and invading another country. How can you get up and criticize them? They're literally standing next to you. So they make it so difficult for you to actually criticize the war and cover it really from an unbiased, from an objective point of view, which is America is a fucking invading imperialist country. You can't say that. And they know you're not going to say it, but they make sure by embedding you with the forces. And they say it's under the guise of, oh, they'll protect you and so on. Yeah, I'm sure they'll protect you. They're also going to draw fire on you. You know, the resistance are definitely going to fire at you if you're with a group of Americans, rather than if you're just standing there with a press vest. But okay, you whatever you say. And so the Israelis are doing the same thing right now in Gaza. They're bringing in some reporters sometimes from Channel 4, from BBC, whatever, and they will only allow them in with the Israeli army. You know, they'll give them like some scripted rubbish tour, where, you know, they'll show them a bunch of tunnels that maybe the Israelis dug themselves 30 years ago when they were occupying Gaza, or maybe they didn't. Who gives a crap? What? It's a tunnel. Every country and its military have tunnels. What the fuck does that expose? But okay, it's a Hamas tunnel. It's a magical tunnel. And then, you know, they'll show them a bunch of stuff in Arabic that they can't even read because they have no business being in this region or covering it in the first place. They can't tell their ass from their elbow. And then they'll come back and say, well, you know, yeah, Hamas this and Hamas that, and the Israelis are okay. Talk about the famine? No. Talk about the bombs that the Israelis are dropping? No. Talk about the imperialism and colonization? No. Yeah, it's garbage. It's not journalism. It's just a PR stunt. So you see that same policy and manner of conducting so-called journalism once again being implemented, this time by the Israelis, but having before that being undertaken by the Americans several times.